Youth must enact a key role in the nation's fight against COVID pandemic, says Prime Minister Modi. Narendra Modi says world's largest vaccination drive underway, making India self-reliant. Centre planning to raise farmers' earnings twice over, says Food Processing Minister Rameshwar Teli. Government committed to resolution of the Assam-Meghalaya boundary tangle, says Conrad Sangma. And Mizoram set to hold first ever professional boxing event, WBC World Youth title, on March 6 next. A very good evening, viewers, and a warm welcome to Northeast News. I'm Changamla Thumra, and now the stories in details. Calling upon the youth to work for the country with courage and determination, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the youth enacted a key role in the nation's fight against the COVID pandemic. Addressing the convocation of the Tezpur University virtually today, the Prime Minister emphasized that students of the university should work for betterment of the Northeast and Assam so that the region can reach newer heights of progress. Asserting that the country has launched the largest COVID vaccination drive in the world, Modi said the country also took a proactive decision to fight against the pandemic. He said the centre is fully committed to develop the Northeast region, which keeps creating innumerable opportunities for the youth. Citing instance of the recent tour of Australia, the Prime Minister said India's young players have faced the challenges. India achieved unprecedented success due to the grit and determination of the players, he added. Speaking on the occasion, Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal said the Assam government has initiated various measures to start up universities. The Tezpur University has played a key role in research, the Chief Minister added. Degrees and diplomas were conferred upon 1,218 students who passed out in 2020. 48 toppers were awarded gold medals.
हर सेक्टर में काम हो रहा है, उससे आपके लिए अनेकों नई संभावनाएं बन रही हैं। इन संभावनाओं का पूरा लाभ उठाइए। आपके प्रयास ये बताते हैं कि आप में क्षमता भी है, नया सोचने, नया करने का सामर्थ्य भी है।
The world's largest vaccination drive underway in the country is making India Atmanirbhar, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Interacting with beneficiaries and vaccinators of COVID-19 drive from Varanasi via video conferencing, Modi said COVID warriors played a major role against the pandemic. The Prime Minister said they have taken a definitive step by inoculating themselves in the first phase of the vaccination drive. Modi also reiterated that granting emergency use approval for vaccines is not a political decision, but a decision taken after several rounds of discussions with doctors and scientists. He also asked the people not to harbor.
कि आज दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा वैक्सीनेशन प्रोग्राम हमारे देश में चल रहा है। बनारस और आसपास के मेडिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में जो बड़ा बदलाव आया है, उससे पूरे पूर्वांचल को कोरोना काल में बड़ी मदद मिली है।
Union Home Minister Amit Shah has said the Modi government will provide a home to every citizen of the country by August 2022. Speaking after the e-dedication of the 1 kilometer long railway overbridge at Shilaj in Ahmedabad today, Shah said the government is undertaking rural and urban housing projects in such a way that everyone will get a home by the 15th of August 2022. He said the Modi government has already provided 10 crore units of affordable housing. He said that more than 13 crore poor families were provided LPG gas cylinders under the Prime Minister Ujjwala Yojana. He said that the government has provided electricity to all villages and now the focus is to provide drinking water to every household by 2022. He said the government has decided to convert more than 1 lakh railway crossings in the country into overbridges or underpasses. The 11th round of talks between the centre and the farmers' unions was held in New Delhi today. During the last round of talks, the government proposed to the farmers' unions that the centre is ready to keep the implementation of 3 farm laws on hold for a period of 1 to 1.5 years. The government had said that during this period, representatives of the farmers' unions and the centre can discuss all the issues related to the farmers' agitation so that an appropriate solution can be found. However, farmers' unions rejected the proposal, reiterating their demand to repeal the farm laws. The National Horticultural Mela, organized by the Assam Government Horticulture and Food Processing Directorate and the Assam Agricultural University, imparted training to farmers on the second day. The Central Minister of State for Food Processing, Rameshwar Telly, and Animal Husbandry Development Corporation Chairman Manoj Saikia were present on the occasion. Interacting with media persons, Telly said Centre planned to raise the earnings twice over. Intimating that the state's farmers had benefited from the Prime Minister's Fasal Bima Yojana, the minister said tractors were being provided to farmers under the Chief Minister's Gram Yojana scheme. Now we'll take a short break, but we'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
क्या बात है, बहुत फिट लग रहा है, ट्रेनिंग कर रहा है। 3 महीने में पैसे डबल, वाह, फास्ट और हाई रिटर्न्स भी। क्या स्कीम है? कल तो नहीं थी और कल होगा भी नहीं। तूने कभी 5 ओवर में डबल सेंचुरी मारी है? ऐसे स्कीम के बहकावे में आके हम धोखा खा सकते हैं। और आरबीआई कहता है अपना पैसा सुरक्षित रखो और समझदारी से निवेश करो। अगर ज्यादा रिटर्न के पीछे भागोगे तो रिस्क भी उतना ही उठाओगे। और फास्ट रिटर्न से बच के, और फास्ट बॉलिंग से भी।
आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma today said the ruling MDA coalition is committed to take the discussions on Assam-Meghalaya interstate boundary row forward, even as he expressed that he is hopeful that there is some solution to this long pending issue. Talking to reporters today, the Chief Minister said that from the beginning of the state, this issue has lingered and many discussions were held at different levels. He said that discussion on the interstate boundary issue will only take place this year after the election in Assam is over.
These issues. But these are, as I said, not issues that cropped up last year or just 2 years back. This has been there for a long time. But this government is committed to ensure that we are able to take these discussions forward, and hopefully we'll be able to find some kind of a solution.
Meghalaya 49th Statehood Day was celebrated today across the state. In Shillong, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma attended the official function which was held at the Sosotham Auditorium. Speaking on the occasion, Meghalaya Chief Minister has called upon everyone to work together for the development of the state. Sangma also reminded the sacrifices of the former leaders and forefathers for securing the state for the people of Meghalaya. Meanwhile, Meghalaya Chief Minister on the occasion also raised the curtain for the 50th anniversary celebration of statehood in 2022. Sangma also felicitated the awardees of the Meghalaya Day Excellence Award 2021. Other ministers who attended the function include Power Minister James P.K. Sangma, Education Minister Lakmen Rimbui, Health and Family Welfare Minister A.L. Heck, among others. Meanwhile, to mark the occasion, a multi-prayer meeting was attended by religious leaders from various faiths and held in Jawai. West Jaintia Hills Deputy Commissioner Shri LNS Dykes chaired the program. The program began with the reading of the scriptures from the Bible by Extra Assistant Commissioner Jawai M.A. Chalam. In the national COVID scenario, the country has reported 1,88,688 active cases, even as the number for discharged cases stands at 1,283,708. The tally for the death in the country is 1,53,032. While the COVID warriors in the northeast valiantly cross swords with the coronavirus pandemic, Frontline Arunachal has reported 38 active cases, even as the number of the cured cases stand at 16,722. The death toll is 56. Neighbouring Assam has 2,568 active cases, while the discharged cases lodged 2,13,295. The tally for the dead is 1,077. Reporting 222 active cases from the state, Manipur has topped 28,351 discharged cases. The dead account for 367. Scotland of the East, Meghalaya, has 129 active cases and 13,446 cured cases. The death toll is 146. Isolated in the initial days of the pandemic, Mizoram has 64 active cases, even as the discharged cases account for 4,276. The tally for the dead is 9. In Nagaland, active cases number 107, while the cured cases logged 11,875 and the death toll is 88. With 148 active cases, Lone Brother Sikkim topped 5,783 in terms of cured cases, even as the tally for the dead is 131. Tripura has 40 active cases, even as the discharged cases account for 32,911 and the dead number 391. In Assam, out of the 16,982 tests conducted, 21 new cases surfaced, even as the positivity rate touched 0.12%. In terms of positive cases, Kamrup Metro reported 6, Tinsukia 5, Dibrugarh 2 and South Salmara 2 cases. While the recovery rate is 98.32%, the percentage for the death is 0.50%. COVID patients dead for other reasons logged 1,347. The Mizoram State Election Commission today announced that the polling of the Aizawl Municipal Corporation will take place on February 16. Speaking to the press at his office today, the State Election Commissioner Laima Choza said as the previous AMC term concluded last December and as the COVID-19 situation had seemed to subside, the state election, in consultation with the state government, had decided to schedule the election on February 16 next during 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. The upcoming Aizawl Municipal Corporation election will comprise 19 wards, out of which 6 wards are reserved for female candidates. Electronic voting machine would be used for voting. Sports and Youth Services Minister Pu Robert Romawia Roite today announced that Mizoram is set to hold the first ever professional boxing event, WBC World Youth Title, on 6th March this year at the R. Dengtuama Indoor Stadium, Aizawl. This will be the first not only for the state of Mizoram but for the whole Northeast and will pave the way for promising boxers from Mizoram and the region to enter and make a mark in the professional boxing arena both nationally and internationally. The event, fully recognized by the World Boxing Council, will be jointly organized by local cable TV LPS Vision and Grassroots Boxing Promotion and Management, Kolkata. The main title fight will have rising Mizo boxer Lalrin Sangatlao pitched against Ghana boxer Eric Kwam. Speaking to the press in his office chamber this morning, Sports Minister Robert Romawia Roite said since Mizoram is the first state to declare sports as an industry, the government continues its all-out effort in promoting promising sports persons in all disciplines and affording them a steady means of income besides the fame. Finally, to end the news, the main points once again. Youth must enact a key role in the nation's fight against COVID pandemic, says Prime Minister Modi. Narendra Modi says world's largest vaccination drive underway, making India self-reliant. Centre planning to raise farmers' earnings twice over, says Food Processing Minister Rameshwar Teli. Government committed to resolution of the Assam-Meghalaya boundary tangle, says Conrad Sangma. And Mizoram set to hold first ever professional boxing event, WBC World Youth Title, on March 6 next. And that's all in this bulletin. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.